All right, welcome to another episode from the Chart Reader. So this is part viewer request, part recent runner. Unfortunately, this has been running down instead of up, right? Nonetheless, there are some nasty trades that can happen here, okay? I often call them bottom feeder swings. I don't think that's a real technical name. I think I kind of made that up. But yeah, essentially, I mean, the name stands for itself, right? You are bottom feeding, right? You know how much I love strings of red, especially if I didn't have my money up here, right? So all you're doing is just looking for quick recoveries, but keep in mind this stock dropped for a reason, okay? So we'll take a look at this stock. We'll take a look at FRC as well. Obviously, there's so much banking news. I'm not going to talk about the banking news. It's more about the chart drop down and the recovery up, okay? So that's what we're really going to be talking about. But look, before we get into the details, what are we going to do? Same thing we always do, right? We'll talk about the daily and the weekly to see how things are setting up. We have our 5 moving averages. This is the first time I'm covering the stock, so I will draw some horizontal support and resistance lines. And then when we're done up here, we'll use the MACD, RSI, and volume as our lower indicators. Hey, really quickly, if you can please like and subscribe, it does really well with the YouTube algorithms. But even if you don't, just thank you so much for your time, okay? And then, hey, I am not perfect or all-knowing, so if you disagree with anything, please throw it in the comments, okay? So let's get into it. Look, before talking about the stock itself, I say this so often. I think that was actually the perfect view. This is a horizontal cluster of all 5 moving average lines, okay? Anything can happen here, and generally you violently go up, or like we see here, you violently go down. And look, I'm sure there was some news. I see that this is a tech company. Look, I don't know if something failed. Shit, maybe something caught on fire, right? There's so many things that can make this happen. What I see is a loss of the last moving average, and you either lose this and fly or lose this and die. And man, this thing died, okay? Now, this stock is actually a 10% gain despite the red candle, right? So what does that mean? Look, this bad boy closed sub 1 yesterday, but actually did close over 1 today, right? So someone made a good little 10 cent right there, bringing that 10% up. However, look, someone definitely bought up here and dropped down here. Someone actually probably even bought at the open and it closed down here, right? So that is why it's a red candle. But look, we're at least trying to work our way. I always talk about 50% candle, right? And I think the fact that it didn't take 50% candle, I don't think we're going up. I do think tomorrow brings us another down day. However, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert for 113. I would love to know if this thing crosses 113, because I think there's a really good shot that it would hit around 130-ish if it does, okay? I don't know if it'll actually break this candle, but yeah, I think if we can get close to 50%, we might try to take at least most or the rest of it. That said, look, clearly we have a death cross here. The 8 is working its way down. The 20 is working its way down. That's a horrible MACD. That is not a good RSI. Volume did not match yesterday, right? We were at 28 million. We are down to less than 50% of that, right? Those are all bad signs, okay? And again, I think I'll actually draw it. I think it isn't important. Normally, I don't draw them on red candles, but yeah, I think, oh, look, yeah, it's pretty nice. Set the alert at 113, so that's pretty good. Let me just zoom out too. I honestly don't know this stock too well. No, it's actually, okay. So yeah, this is not one that I would say has struggled with the 8 and the 20 forever, right? This thing's actually done some decent up and down. So, okay. Yeah, this I'm sure was probably earnings or something, right? Something bad definitely happened. It seems like the stock does want to keep going down, but I think when we cover the next stock, you'll see what the goal will be with this one. I am not going to cover, I guess we'll cover the weekly real quick. Look, couple things actually do jump out on the weekly here. This green till about right here, again, and actually it keeps going, right? There's only one, there is a lot of reason to believe that there could be some recovery here. I sincerely doubt we break 50% of this weekly. I think that might be a little high. Let's lower it to okay, yeah, let's use that. Let's use that. We'll use the top of that guy. We'll call that basically 50%. What does that bring? Okay. If we surpass 133, I think 160 might be okay, maybe this is as high as we go. I'm telling you, when we look at the other one, you'll see it. I actually think that's it for this one. And then look, let me go to the weekly and zoom out. Where are we in terms of all-time lows? Oh shit, we are in all-time lows. So this one's a little important to draw as well too then. Yeah, I think that's important to draw too. Where does that bring us on the... Oh, that's almost where we wicked, actually. Look at that. Okay, that makes sense. I do believe these are our lines up here. 133, wait, what did this... Yeah, 133. 133 is a little more important than this 137, but I think it's more important to draw this 137 than 133. I know that makes very little sense. I hear it as I say it, but I'm going to draw the weekly one because there's no visibility on it here. It should be, knock on wood, I hope, easy to remember the top of this candle, right? So I guess that's silly. Let's just draw it. Okay, why not? I love you guys. You know that. There we go. These are our lines. The very last thing that should happen is we lose this and we go down. I don't like that line. You know I still love you, but I got to delete this. I don't like that line. Okay, perfect. So FRC. Look, First Republic Bank equals a bank that got collapsed. I'm not here to talk about any banking stuff. What we're going to talk about is some moving averages and some technical analysis stuff, okay? Look, this thing on the daily just kept dropping and dropping, okay? The RSI really did stay in this like from sub single digit to double digit realm, right? So as much as you have to believe some sort of recovery has to be coming at some point, they really can keep going down forever. Again, someone made some good money on this day. Someone actually bought it right here, watched it go up to here or here, maybe even here. I don't know when they happen in time, right? But people made money on this day. People made money on this. And people actually made really good money on this day, right? Because there was a nice little gap up right here. Even if you bought right here and closed it, hell, if you bought one of the, you know what I mean? Like, though there's money made, it goes down, right? So when you're in these bottom feeder swings, you have to know that you're buying a downtrend, right? The way we play, we is me, right? The way I play, I buy in uptrends because I do think it's really safer to put your money going up than going down. However, this is a fat gain right here. That is a fat gain right here. That's a nasty loss right there. But interday is there are money moves to be made on these horrible dying stocks. Do I play these? I don't. I'll be real honest with you. I got a full-time job. Like, you need to be finger on the mouse on these because, again, this thing should go down. This thing probably will go down. It's about clicking buy and clicking sell in time to catch the movements, right? So, and I'm telling you, I think this is what this will look like. We are only in the beginning of the drop because, again, let's look here. It's super tight so you can't see it, but we're kind of still in the early curve of it. I don't think we're in the go down just yet. You know what I mean? I might be very wrong. And again, I don't really know what caused this. I doubt it's as bad as a banking failure, right? I'm sure it wasn't good, but it wasn't as bad as a banking failure, right? So in perspective for sure. But what am I looking at? I'm looking at this 8 moving average wanting to go down so much more. Same with this 20 as well, right? Hell, I don't even know. The 50 was going up, starts to flatten out. This looks like the flat point, and you can see some red below that white line, right? So even if I lower it just a little bit, it's still, it's for sure going down, right? So I still see some red peeking down under that as I zoom my face into the screen, right? So yeah, this doesn't look good, but that doesn't mean you can't make money moves like this. I'm not gonna really draw lines on this because, again, like, this isn't my forte. Like, look at that weekly, right? Like, what am I? We are in deep all-time lows. Deep all-time lows, man. Yeah, like, I'm really not here to draw lines on this. This was really just to show you what the other one can do. And look, I've got another minute or two. Let's look at VERU real quick. VERU I covered as what could have been a bottom feeder trade, right? Because we had a nasty gap down that should have traded up. Unfortunately, this one just kind of kept going down and is really still kind of going down, right? This one actually is a little bit of an interesting, oh man, I'm not going to lie. Damn it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and set an alert actually for 196. I swear that was not the plan when I... Ooh, I got to remove some alerts. Oh no, I'll do that after here. But this is a nice candle. There's actually nothing to the left of it that's that big. So I think this is a pretty important candle. I think if it could move up a little bit, it might at least try to come to the 8. And then again, I think it's the same comments from, I forgot what stock it was. But yeah, if you break the 8, that's where I was trying to set my alert. It actually looks like it wants to come at least to 237. If not, maybe start filling some of the gap and maybe even hit this $3 at the 20 moving average, right? So clearly I can't set alert, but I would set 2. Excuse me, sorry about that. I would set one a penny high, maybe even 2 cents higher. I'd set it at, actually 3 cents higher. I would probably set it at 176. I like being over the 5 cent. I don't know, it's something in my head. And then I would set another one at 196. Again, just give me a couple cents over that 8 moving average to try to go up. But VERU was another bottom feeder that didn't do as well, right? So again, they don't always work as you want, and end of the day, they're downtrending, right? So you can really only kind of guess as good as you can guess, right? I feel it's a little more guessy than technical analysis-y, right? Neither is a good word, but I think you get what I'm going for. So, hey, I appreciate your time so much. If you disagree with anything, please let me know. Otherwise, just thank you.